Alright everybody, today we're going to be talking about the best pulse rifle in the entire game. We're going to be talking about the Battler. Now this is a solar pulse rifle that has a unique frame that gives an increased accuracy, stability, and targeting while hip firing. And although it has this unique frame, it technically belongs to the lightweight family as it gets the bonuses from lightweight and the buffs that the lightweights got not too long ago. Now the way to get this thing is through the Dares of Eternity activities, which came with the 30th anniversary pack. Now this is craftable, so you just want to go for the red borders. And the red borders can drop from after a Dares activity or from opening the chest with the treasure keys. Now we're going to go over the perks that you want for both PvE and PvP. We're going to be doing PvE first. So for both rolls, you want Arrowhead Rake as your barrel, giving you that perfect recoil direction. And then for PvE, I go with Flared Magwell. And then for the left and right column perks, I go Enhanced Demo and Enhanced Incandescent. Now this perk combo is just awesome, especially if you're doing lower end content where the Scorch will kill targets. Because once the Scorch kills targets from Incandescent, obviously you get that grenade energy back. And it's just nice to have Demo and a damage perk at the same time. Now I have seen people say good things about blunt execution rounds, although I have not tried it. And another role you could try is Demo Adrenaline Junkie if you're not looking to use Incandescent at all. With Adrenaline Junkie giving you more damage the more grenade kills or weapon kills you get. Grenade kill gives it to stack 5, which is the max stacks, and Demo obviously giving you more grenade energy. And then on top of that, you want a range masterwork. And then I put on the full auto trigger system mod so I could just hold it down and shoot, so I don't have to keep clicking over and over. Now as for its utility, this thing can be good in all levels of content. And the gameplay you're seeing in the background, we're in Master Catch Crash, and this thing is just putting up numbers, man. It just kills anything you throw at. And obviously in lower end content too, this thing is going to be even better as it can just tear through things even faster, and you just keep getting that grenade energy, especially if you have a grenade build like I do. It's going to be super helpful. And yeah, with the solar build, this thing will be even better as it spreads that scorch, and then you can, you know, just keep exploding things if you have one of those builds set up. And even in higher end content like Grandmasters, I've used this in a few Grandmaster Nightfalls this season. In the Disgrace, this thing was perfect since we had Unstoppable Pulse this season. And yeah, man, this thing will get you through any levels of content. If you're a pulse rifle user, I definitely suggest getting this now that right now there's nothing to do in Destiny for the next 8 days until the new season. If you haven't got your red borders, play some Dares of Eternity. Super fun game mode. You also get a lot of other loot from it as well, but this is the main draw, at least for me. And now we're gonna get into the PvP role, which honestly surprised me. I did not like this thing at PvP first, but once I got the role I was looking for and then eventually crafted it, is definitely worth it in PvP. Now for the PvP perks, as I said in the beginning, you want Arrowhead as your barrel still. In the mag slot, I went Accurized over something like Ricochet rounds because I just find the range to be more helpful, and there's not really a stability issue with this gun. And then the left column, I went Enhanced Perpetual Motion, the right column Enhanced Kill Clip, and all this with a range masterwork, same as the other role. Now in the left column, you do have some options, even though I think Perpetual Motion is the best. Something like Killing Wind might be good as well, and even Snapshot could be somewhat useful. And in the right column, I think you should just go Kill Clip regardless. We used to have the option of Rangefinder in that right slot, but they took it away for some reason, but Kill Clip is still just what you want to go for here. Obviously, Kill Clip giving you more damage each time you get a kill and reloading. Now when it comes to dueling with this thing, obviously you want to play the medium to long ranges. This thing doesn't have the most range in the world, but it can still outduel pretty much any gun at range, especially if you have Kill Clip up, which you want to be trying to proc as much as possible. And even before Kill Clip, this thing is just, it feels so consistent and so good to shoot. As long as you're hitting your headshots, you will definitely be melting people. Although I will say it does feel like it takes a lot more headshots than any other pulse rifle in the game to kill, but regardless, it is still very much worth it to use in PvP. And the frame makes it a beauty to shoot from the hip as well. It feels like you have hip fire grip on it just baked in. Now obviously you're not going to be hip firing at long ranges, but still, especially when someone's trying to get up close to you with the sidearm or a shotgun, you can just burst them down with a hip fire. And yeah. Now just as a side note, when compared to other pulse rifles for the Crucible, I do think this gets beat out by the aggressive frames. Obviously they just do so much more damage and just have a lot of range compared to this thing. But like I said earlier, as long as you can hit your headshots, this thing is definitely going to be worth it for you to pick up and use. I would recommend crafting 2 different rolls of it. That's what I did at least. Even though crafting and leveling up 2 rolls can be really damn boring, it will definitely be worth it if you plan on using this thing in the long term in the Crucible. With only 8 days left in the season, you might as well be getting this thing right now if you don't have one already. As I said before, there is not really anything to do right now, and this is definitely the best pulse in the game. Definitely for PvE, maybe not for PvP, but it's still great in PvP. And yeah, if you guys like, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that. I'll have another video Wednesday, and I'll see you guys then.